Yo, what up, how you doing, guys? My name is Sangiev. Today we are back with another video. Boys, it's been a hot minute. It's been a month to be exact. Happy New Year. New year, new me, all that bullshit. It's a new decade. It's the 2020s. I am very much excited. I hope you guys had an amazing time over the Christmas / holiday break. And thank you for sticking around. I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded a video. I don't really know why. I've just been mad busy for some reason. And to be fair, even this video is filmed within a small little time frame that I have prior to me traveling to Paris for Fashion Week and then heading over to LA and Toronto and just all sorts of other travel plans that I have made. But anyway, I'm super excited. As you can see today from the title of the video, we have a DIY project video. Now, if you follow me on my Instagram, you guys would have seen that recently I made a purchase of some trousers that are just extortionate in pricing, but they're so beautiful. In fact, I can just show you them right now. We have the Owens Spring Summer 20. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce the collection's name. Tequatul? I don't know. Plaster the name here. You tell me how to pronounce it because I have absolutely no clue.
Tequatul.
But these are the laced joggers, at least that's what I'm going to be referring them to. Absolutely incredible. I first saw them in the runway much like everyone else and I absolutely fell in love with them. Straight away I was like, cool, I'm going to need to bite the bullet and get them because they are too sick. They were presented in 3 different colorways on the runway. We have the black on white, or the white on black, sorry. Then you have the black on black and you also have the white on white. All 3 of them were joggers. All 3 of them seem to have a very similar construction with regards to the material used and also the cuts and all that other jazz. Absolutely amazing. Hefty price tag of £1,300, which is low-key, not even low-key, it's high-key ridiculous for a pair of trousers, man. As incredible as they are, I personally found that the price tag was way too steep. Now, I had a plug, therefore I was able to, you know, finesse a little discount here and there, and I was able to get it at a much more affordable price, at least for me. But I figured I would take this opportunity to kind of try and recreate them for a lot cheaper and see whether they really are worth the price tag. Now let's get this bit knocked out straight away. Obviously, if you have the money, you're not going to bother with a DIY. I completely understand that. This is for the people that want to be creative and also don't want to be splashing that sort of cash for some trousers. So what I did was actually document the whole process in like this vloggy format, and hopefully I'll just leave it as it is, and this should take you through a step-by-step process as to how I was able to get the jeans that I wanted. If not that, then it might just be a bunch of clips and with me sort of narrating the whole thing. So take it away. I'm on my way heading into central London. Gonna meet Daniel, the boy Daniel, gonna grab some food, and then hopefully we're gonna hit up a vintage store, find some amazing white trousers or jeans, and then we're gonna find all the other bits that are needed for the trousers that I wanna make. So the checklist is the trousers itself, some eyelets, and then a shit ton of laces. The next time I shall see you, the boy Daniel will be there. Oh, there he is.
So the bro recommended me the meatballs.
It's alright, mate. You don't have to talk. This is gonna have it's gonna have music over it. It's gonna have music over it, mate. All right. I don't need you to hear your voice. We're back in one of my favorite vintage stores, which is House of Vintage. Now, the idea is, and I'm pretty sure I'd have mentioned this already in the video, but the idea is to create a very similar trousers to the ones I already have, but in a white colorway. So I'm actually after a pair of white trousers or white jeans. Now I came across these, which are quite interesting. They're quite plain, nothing much going on with them, but I thought like it might make for an interesting, it might make for an interesting product design. I don't need your help, mate, all right? No, can we talk about this? Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. Come over here, mate.
Me?
Yo, go on. Come stand next to me. You're gonna tell me, how tall are you?
Hold up.
How tall are you?
5'11". 180 centimeters, bro. Bro, that bro, what are you talking about? Give me the camera. Get the fuck out of here.
You're telling me you're 5'11"?
Yeah, bro. 100%.
Okay.
Do you know what we're gonna do in the next one? Bro, I'm gonna bring a fucking tape measure.
Okay, you're 5'11".
I'm 180 centimeters.
Yeah, okay.
Like on the dot.
Okay.
Wow, you short people, man. And you're wearing yours.
Oh, okay.
What shoes are the same?
This man's. If anybody has been watching his videos for sizing recommendation, he's been lying to you.
But my sizing recommendation is terrible anyway. Body. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so by this point I realised that narrating is probably going to be the best, just because, my god, I talk so much. First things first, were the jeans that I copped. Here we have them. These are from Attica, a vintage store here in London. I then went and bought some extra fabric, which, as I'm demonstrating here, is actually present in the Rick Owens. And it's basically little panels that are attached by the seam, and that gives you some extra movement and extra holes to put the laces through. Speaking of laces, here are the two 20 meters worth of lace that I got, one in white and the other in this sort of khaki light grey colorway. And then last but certainly not the least, from another store in London, we have all the eyelets. Now the holes aren't just sort of left raw, and the laces are going through some eyelets, and I wanted it to be a clean finish, so I figured I would take the extra step and cop those. I got them in two different sizes, 8mm and 11mm, which is something that I later realized was actually a mistake, so I ended up returning and exchanging them for something smaller in size. But at this point I didn't know. So okay, so the first thing that I did was to actually cut up the piece of fabric into these little panels that I just literally showed you, and we got them in 4 different sizes because the ones in the Rick pairs had 4 different sizes. And what you do is quite simple. You cut 2 pieces, stitch along the line that I'm just showcasing now, and then flip it inside out, and then what you would then be able to do is to kind of slot it inside the jeans and then stitch it right at the bottom. And so those would be the panels that you use for those extra holes that will give some more dimensions to the jeans. And I don't know why I seem to be doing a little cleaning job here. Then, as you can see, what I did was to actually cut open the side seams of the jeans, which will allow us to slot those little bits through, and also it will make the whole hole punching and putting those eyelets on a lot easier. If you were to do it whilst the jeans were closed, it would borderline be impossible at some points, just because you need to be able to feed through the hole punching tool through the things. Oh, also, I do need to mention it right now actually. I did go to the shop again, as I told you, because I went to go and exchange it. This is the shop's name. I'm not even going to bother pronouncing it because I don't know how you would say it. Item number 1, and my god, this is so crucial, we have the tool. Now, the first batch that I did, I actually did it without the tool, and it was borderline impossible. Like, it took so long to do it. I had to do it with a hammer and the tool that they provide, which, am I going to show you? Am I going to show you? Am I going to show you? I'm not going to show you. Using that little tool basically makes your life so much easier. Then we have the new sets of 5mm eyelet. So at this point, this is pretty much the main bulk of what these trousers are, and that's basically giving or installing these eyelets. And the way that I do so, and kind of give you guys a little rundown, is to kind of place the eyelets on the fabric itself, then take my pen and draw a little dot in the center of the 4 holes. Then you take something sharp and you stab through it. Now I use this little tool. You take an unpicker, you feed it through the hole, and then what you want to do here is to create a cross. So what I did was push it through to one direction, then turn it to a 90 degree, then push it, and then again turn it to another 90, push it, and then you've got this cross. Now you don't want the cross to be super thick, right? You want it to be obviously big enough so that the eyelets can fit through, but also not too big so that the eyelets just completely go through. So you kind of want it to be in that perfect size. Put the eyelet there, push it through, make sure that there's some pressure added to it. That way you know that the hole won't just expand way too big, and therefore the eyelet won't just fall through. Once you've done so and you've fed through one half of it, you can add the other half, and then you just use the tool to press that little bad boy into action, and then you're good to go. You hold it for about a hot second, you take it out, and you are good to go. Then it's pretty much matter of just repeat. This is a long ass process. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was the only time when I borderline thought, okay, these trousers might just be worth the 1.3k, and then I very quickly changed my decision. But still, this point, it's tedious, it's long, but it's oh so rewarding. So then once you're done placing the eyelets on the tab, it's just a matter of repeating, but this time on the body of the legs of the trousers / jeans, depending on whatever you choose. Now, in this particular clip, I think I show you guys just a brief little preview as to what it looks like, just because I wanted to kind of get an idea. I even fed through one of the laces just to kind of see if the size works properly with the lace, and I was very happy with it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to stick to the 5mm throughout the body. I sort of helped myself by basing the positioning, especially around the crotch and the upper area of the leg, as to what the Rick Owens did, just because I really like the way that the laces sort of hung really nicely. But quite literally, this is the bit where you just go ham. You just go to town, just holes after holes after holes after holes, eyelets after eyelets, and you want to cover up as much as you can in the leg. One thing to note is that you want to kind of bundle them together. What I've noticed is if you take an area, like a small area, and just install anywhere between 2 to 3, potentially even 4 eyelets, and then move to a slightly different area, do the same, 2 to 3 to 4, what this will allow you to do is to kind of allow the laces to hang really nicely. I think in total, I had anywhere between 100 to 120-ish eyelets throughout the leg, and I just dotted them all over in bundles of 2 to 3 to 4, and this was the final result. I actually opened the bottom hem up just because we were going to create a new line which can be found in the trousers, and I'm sure you'll be able to see this in the B-roll later on. And as I'm demonstrating it, you're actually creating a seam just to put that extra panel. And yeah, man, now it's just attaching everything, making sure that everything is sewn together, and then last but certainly not the least, you're feeding through the laces. And again, that is a fairly self-explanatory thing. Once you start yourself, you will know what you need to do, how it works, and how to achieve the look that you wish to achieve. And boy, do not think that this is going to be a very small process or small procedure. This takes some time.
End of flashback.
And we're back with the jeans that I made. Here they are. Man, I am so, oh, let me close that up. I am so unbelievably hyped and gassed for the final result. I think they turned out absolutely amazing. Now, let's talk about the key details or the key differences between the both that I wanted to address before I talk any further. Basically, one, I decided to go with some jeans as opposed to some trousers, just because I kind of wanted them to be worn with other things other than just combat boots. I find that these trousers from Rick Owens, due to their elasticated cuff at the bottom, look best with combat boots, so I kind of wanted to step away from that and just have it with jeans. Now, as you saw from the clips, I did taper it so that it fits skinny, so that it sits really nicely with boots, be it the sleek boots but also combat boots. And as demonstrated on the on body, it can also be worn with sneakers. In fact, this is one of those rare instances where I will tuck in skinny jeans or tuck in jeans into sneakers and let the tongue out. I feel like you can do this with Rick Owens. With anything else, I probably wouldn't, but with these particular shoes and these particular jeans, it works in my opinion. Oh yeah, and if you were to take a closer look at the trousers presented on the runway, you would see that it was a white body with some white laces. Now, I decided to go for both white and this sort of khaki color, just to give it an extra bit of texture and also an extra bit of color, so that it's not just white on white and it can look extremely messy from afar away. I also decided to leave out the raw hem just because I love the little finish that you get, and also because these were originally, you know, seamed and pressed and closed, you can kind of see this folding and all this different textures and all the different colors that the jeans have accumulated over the years, which I love to see as well. So, you know, nice, easy little touches that just differentiates you from everyone else. Ta-da! Besides that, I am so hyped with these. I think personally they turned out awesome. Yes, there are some key differences with the lacing system. Now, I don't know whether all the Rick Owens trousers, I'm sure they have somewhat of an idea as to where each lace is going. It does look messy, but at the same time, are these trousers ever going to look clean and uniformed? I'm not too sure, so I'm actually quite happy about that. And also, oh yeah, I need to mention this. The reason why I also decided to go for white as opposed to just replicating this exact color frame was because I saw this on the runway, but I don't know if it actually went into production. In fact, I'd go as far to say that So do I think the Rick Owens are worth the price tag? No, but I mean, let's be honest here, you're paying for the name anyway. yes, there is a lot of work that goes into it, so I can definitely justify a very expensive price tag. However, I couldn't justify £1,300 personally, especially when I was able to do it myself for pretty much a tenth of the price. I think these all in all ended up costing me 150 quid. Now granted, the idea is not original, it is taken from Rick Owens, therefore you can't put a price on that. And yes, that is that for the first DIY of 2020. Rick Owens Spring Summer 20 and the Sangiev Spring Summer 20 two trousers. These are great thumbnails, you know what I mean? But that is going to conclude this video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, and I would love to see you guys try this yourself. And if you do so, do make sure to tag me, and yeah, I'd love to see what you do with it, and show the people that you don't need to splash the cash in order to achieve the look. You can do this very much yourself for a tenth of the price. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your continuous love and support. If you wish to follow me on my social media, it's all right here in this corner, Sangiev. This beautiful hoodie is from the wonderful people over at Amadis, I don't know how you pronounce it. Links to that will also be in the description box down below. This beautiful little chain, oh, I am so excited to announce it properly, hopefully within the next week. In fact, it might just be the next video that goes live on this channel with my previous track record. Who knows when that might happen, but it's coming out very, very soon, and I am so hyped to be able to show it to you guys and put it out into the universe, into the world. Beanies from Noah, and that is that. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.